Hello again, everyone. I'm Steve Baker, the voice of the Red Hawks. Glad to have you with us on MiamiRedHawks.com as we meet the 2017-18 Miami Redhawks men's basketball program. Rod Mills joins us from Cincinnati St. X High School. How you been, Rod?
I've been good. We just got back a couple weeks ago, so it's been good. First week of workouts been good. Meeting all the freshmen, so it's been good so far.
Obviously, a lot of changes from the end of last year till now. Tell us about those changes, how it impacts you, and how it's been for you adapting to those changes.
Right. Just so with the new coaching staff, they came in. We had a couple weeks of workouts while they were coming in, and then we were off for the summer. So it's kind of like our first chance with everyone all together, just getting it in again. And everything's been pretty good. Just been really up pace, good energy, good focus. So should be good signs going into the rest of the school year.
Anytime there's a new coaching staff in any sport, fans, guys like me that talk about the game all the time, always talk about buy-in from the returning players. How has that been for you guys that have been here and done that for the last few years?
I think it's been good. I mean, we've had a couple disappointing years the past couple years, so it's kind of like we get a fresh start with these new coaches, like a new philosophy, new energy. So we're always trying to buy into that because what had happened before wasn't working for us. So hopefully this new change will help us turn things around, and it's a good chance for us to do that for this last year for me, Logan, and Haroon, and then also some of the freshmen that were here last year.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about Rod Mills, the basketball player, many years ago. When did you start picking up the round ball, and what made you get to the point where I could probably do this for a while?
I think I started when I was like 5 or 6 years old, and then just kind of kept playing along with like a lot of other sports when I was growing up, and then it was just the game that I always just loved, and then turned out to be the best in. So kind of just a passion of mine, and just kept as I got older, and then just kept working hard at it, and things have turned out pretty good for me so far with it.
I was going to say, and here we are several years later. What keeps you motivated and inspired to get out there and do all the work in addition to going to school?
Right. I mean, my ultimate goal is to become a pro. So that's kind of like the driving force, and then also have a good year individually, and then also team-wise, win the MAC and still accomplish that goal. You come here to do at Miami is to win a conference championship and go play in the tournament. So those have been the two goals that keep driving me. Make sure I keep working hard.
Mm-hmm. What are you looking forward to most this season?
Just another chance to be around the guys. Be with people that I've came in here since I've been here, and just kind of finish things out. I don't want to take anything for granted because you never know when you're not going to be able to play again. So just want to make the most of the moment and not take it for granted.
Part of going to college, and whether you're a student athlete or not, but I think sometimes even more so as a student athlete, I know coaches always talk about developing the player, developing the student, but developing the man or woman. And I know you guys have an opportunity lots of times to get out in the community, do some work. Tell us about those opportunities over the last 3 years to get out there and be a part of the community.
It's always rewarding. It's always fulfilling. Giving back. We do the Kramer Kids Carnival, so that's fun. Playing with the little kids, and then we did the playground cleanup this past year at the park. So that's pretty cool. It's just always nice seeing people that come to your games to support you. So anytime you can do something to put a smile on someone else's face, because it's always bigger than just you. So that's always a good feeling at the end of the day when you walk away from helping someone else out.
Mm-hmm. Second straight year that there's going to be a lot of new faces on this team, 7 new faces going into the fall. Tell me how, so far, those guys have been on campus for a couple of weeks, how has that bonding and that meshing together in the chemistry been?
I think it's been pretty good. The young guys are eager to learn and, kind of make a name for themselves, so they're pretty hungry. And then, we all get along well, all encourage each other, push each other in the workouts. It's a competitive environment, so I think things have been going well so far.
Let's talk about the academics here at Miami University as you go into that final year. Obviously, you said you want to play ball for as long as you can, but that degree is always something you fall back on. Tell me about your major.
So I'm a finance major. Being in farmers is pretty tough, but there's a lot of resources to help you out, so you don't struggle through it too much. But it's challenging, but I know in the end it'll it'll be a worthwhile degree. You know, if someday I'm not able to play basketball, it's something I can fall back on.
What would you like to be doing if you can't play basketball when you use that degree?
I'm not sure, maybe like a financial consultant or something like that, or like a financial analyst. So I haven't really looked into it too much, but we'll see, you know, kind of what plays out.
As you looked at the Miami catalog several years ago, what made you pick finance?
Well, I wanted to do business.
Okay.
I didn't get direct admit, so I had to work my way into it. And then once I got in, I kind of just thought that would be like the best route for me. It kind of interested me the most, kind of just dealing with money and seeing how it grows and solving problems, you know, with money and like risk and stuff like that. So out of all like the marketing, accounting, things like that, that was the one that interested me the most.
Very good. Let's talk about this team going into the fall. Obviously, give me your impressions of Coach Owens and his staff.
I like them a lot. You know, they're very high energy, very focused. It's kind of, you know, we're going to do it right till we get it right, and if we don't go hard or something like that, we're just going to start over and do that till we get it right. You know, pretty professional. You know, we come in, get our work in, and after that, you know, we go back to, you know, joking around, whatever. But it's really good. I'm excited for it. He seems really driven, you know, to prove not only himself and the staff, but, you know, us, and taking us from last to winning the conference. So it's been good so far.
Biggest challenge for you between now and November?
You know, just staying focused, knowing that, you know, obstacles are going to come. We're going to have some hard times, you know, going throughout the year, but not to get down or lose sight of the end goal, because, you know, the storm is going to pass and we're going to get through it. So just making sure I stay focused, and we all encourage each other, and, you know, don't split up and form groups or whatever. Just all stay together and fight through adversity.
Ron, thank you so much, man.
Yep,
Appreciate it.
appreciate that.